Good evening, Internet, and welcome to Top Shift number 51. Now, as you can see here, we have a big spinning ship. This is the Federal Corvette, and we are talking the ships of Beta 1.5, which went live on Friday night, with a slight proviso that it might be a bit buggy. Well, let's have a quick look at what this ship is. It is the biggest ship you can have if you're a Federal player. And yeah, it looks like a mini battleship, to be honest. You'll just have a quick glance around it. It looks angular, it looks brutal, it looks sleek. Now, it's supposed to be more maneuverable than an Anaconda, and more heavily armed, as we'll see in just a second. And you can see the nose just seems to go on forever. Let's have a look at these guns. Not that I'm into gun porn at all, but here's a prime example there. Two Class 8 huge hardpoint. Well, that's Class 4, but huge hardpoints there. Those are two plasma generators. Then you have one large hardpoint, which is underneath the ship. Two medium and two small. This thing is made for combat. There's no two ways about it. It's a picket. It's a mini battleship, and you can just see the level of detail that they've put in. Now, this is one of the brand new designs that we've got in 1.5. 1.5 at the moment there. Oh, listen to that engine. A deep thumbling roar. Ooh, not bad at all. Nice and meaty. And as you can see, faster than the Anaconda. Slightly. So what I'm going to do... That's a good firing time. I'll say that. Oh, that feels good. Can't wait to put someone under the targeting for that.
Warning.
Ooh.
Temperature critical.
Oh, look how fast the heat went up. That's interesting. So it's got a limitation on the heat. So the biggest tiny turrets there, probably useful for defense. Right, let's try out. Should we go to the nav point? Yeah. Okay. I mean, for a ship this size, it actually turns okay. Okay, hang on. One ship, that's one pilot seat. Another pilot seat. Looks like we've got crew, maybe 3 on the bridge. That's good. Right. It's not a tank, put it that way. It can maneuver. That is a chunky afterburner sound, you must admit.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's not bad. Coming close to the sun. I'll take it nice and easy on the approach, I think. The thing that always gets me is that no matter what the ship's size, it always seems to have the same flight characteristics in Super Cruise. Although, I'd like to see a Sidewinder trying to dict me now. So, like I said, 1.5 went live, well, beta live, and everyone has gone a little bit ballistic over it. 5 new ships, new mission structures, and on top of that, a new ship in CQC as well, which I might touch on towards the end of the podcast. I'm going to go through each of the ships individually, give them a little bit of a run out. Obviously, I was already playing around with the Corvette. And there is the Imperial equivalent of the Corvette, the Cutter. Come to that one in a bit. As you can, whoa! 2 Corvettes already here and taking off. Poor Cobra. I guess I'm going to have to join them.
Scan detected.
Boom. Oops. Oh dear, I don't think people know how to fly their ships yet.
Frameshift charge detected.
Oh, he got away. No fair. So this thing is just a beast. And I must admit, if I ever see a player come out at me in one of these, I'm going to be very, very scared.
Scan detected.
Right, I think we're going to have to try and take her back yet. Don't think there'll be anything else here. And if not, I'm quite sure that other players will do their best to yeah, other players here will do their best to wipe out any bounties before I even start, so time to move on. Here we go. Oh, that's one downside. We've got so many big ships in the area. It's screwing up your frame shift launch. Oh, there we go. You got to just get distant from them. Okay.
4, 3,
And we're away.
2, 1. Engage.
Back to Shinatra. This is of course, the elite pilot system, or a founder's pilot system. So you've either got to be elite or have been a beta premium backer at a certain level in order to get access to the system. The good thing about this is that you have full access to every piece of equipment. Now, every piece of equipment, because this is a beta, everything is 10% of what it should be, so you kind of get an idea of the prices. And to be honest, the price of this thing is absolutely mouth-wateringly huge. In fact, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford one, not at the rate I'm going. Now, other things in this in 1.5 include new mission types. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have time to look over those, so that might be the next top shift. That is, unless I put the miniatures top shift in next, so we'll just see how the schedules plan out, because at the moment this is so exciting to see that, oh, the rumble of a close planet. Oh. It's nice that we're coming in. Nice and smooth approach, I think. no loop of shame. this thing. I must admit, I am actually getting a bit of sweaty palms just thinking about docking this. I had enough trouble launching. There we are. Looking very Babylon 5-like. Might cut this video up, send it to JMS, see what he thinks. Lots of players inside the station. Another couple of players coming up close on me here. See if I can line her up. I don't think I've been as nervous as docking for absolutely ages. Not since Alpha 3. Okay. Oh, this does feel like a majorly heavy ship. Oh, too high. Come on, down a bit. There we go. Oh, you get. Ah. And another one. Bloody Fer-de-Lances. Posh boy ships. Oh, duck under him. Mind you, the shields took it, so that wasn't too bad. Final approach. Slow it down gently. Not exactly stopping on a dime. Oh, too far. Lord almighty. Well, that was clenchingly tight. Quite relieved, to be honest. Right then. I don't know which one bashed into me. You know who you are. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of the Corvette. Quite impressed with her. Obviously something to aim for. Just I don't see myself flying it for quite a while. So what we'll do is we'll just have a quick through. Now, I got here by actually using the Asp Scout. So I think what we'll do is we will quickly derail or de-arm the Corvette, so I've got plenty of cash, and do the rest of the move on to the next ship. So if you just bear with, mind you, we've got some serious gun porn there. They're the size of those plasma accelerators. God. But what we'll do is we'll come back to that in a bit. So, right. Okay, time to choose a new ship. And like I said, I flew all the way up here in an Asp Scout. So we'll take the Asp Scout out, I think. That's what we'll do. No, it's A-rated, so this thing is top of the range. And I must admit, it's a bit of a surprise ship, this. I'm not quite so sure whether I like it or not, having used the Asp Explorer so much. It's a bizarre mix. So, there we are. We'll just sell the Corvette because we're going to need that money. Otherwise I won't be able to show you any of the others. Get rid of that hauler. I wanted to have the A-Team hauler, but I don't know what's happened to the skin. It's my Imperial Eagle, but I don't need that for the beta. in the main game, I'm actually flying that down to the Empire. Unfortunately, wow. Well, money, money, money. Fortunately, I made a bit of a boob. In the live game at the moment, I thought that the offer for flying Imperial Clippers was still valid, and an Imperial Clipper is a good alternative to a Python. However, by the time I got there, the offer had rescinded, and I couldn't buy one. But it was too late. I'd already sold the Python at that point. So I'm now back to flying a Type 7 and grinding up enough money for a new Python. It's going to be a while. On the upshot, we've got an A-rated Cobra, an A-rated Asp, and an A-rated Imperial Eagle. Oof, that was a bit close.
Ship released. Engines
Right.
engaged.
Now, there we go, straight under that.
Landing gear retracted.
Cut him up, just like he did me. You'll also notice just above the scanner there's a little nodding figure. That's right, there is a bobblehead. Oof. Well, we're coming across the Imperial Cutter later. God, I must admit, I am very impressed with the lines on those ships. They might not be as powerful. I don't think you can consider them as powerful as the Corvette, but they sure as heck look nicer. As has been absorbed before, very Minbari. But there's a bit of a fracas going on over here, so I think we'll go and investigate. Now, the thing that I will comment about the Asp Explorer, it's not as fast as the standard Asp. However, it is considerably more manoeuvrable. It's lighter armed, but its shields are nowhere near in the same league. We're talking, I think the maximum you can get is a class 4 shield. The maximum shield you can get in an Asp is a class 6. Right. Oh! Let's get these firing groups together. If those of you who are eagle-eyed will have noticed there are new status markers next to the rankings, showing you how far you've got to go and to go up a new level with your rankings in your ships. I'm not making a dent here, I don't know why I'm bothering. But he's wanted. He's probably got a £200 200 credit fine for parking violations. But that's enough for some people. Mind you, I really ought to put power into my weapons. There we go. Is that putting shields? That must be shield cells he's using there. Wow. Just look at the firepower. Obviously quite a few AIs actually involved in shooting this thing down. However, I don't think they've got a chance in hell of actually getting it. Let's see. Mind you, he is actually out. I'm having to engage my afterburners to catch him up. So, you know, that says quite a lot about what's involved here. Oh, blimey. Another ship vulnerable to temperature if you use your blasters for too long. Your beam lasers for too long.
Frameshift charge detected.
And away he goes. Don't blame him, really. But that just goes to show how much punishment a Corvette can take. What was that? 3 small fighters and I'm sure there was another big ship involved there. I was just soaking it up. More than enough time to get away. So, yeah. Far more manoeuvrable than the Asp Explorer. I'd actually say that it could be more manoeuvrable than Cobra Mark III. Could it take on a Vulture? That's an interesting one. Because I'm still of the opinion something needs to come along that will be able to handle a Vulture. Not that I've actually got anything against a Vulture. It's just it would be nice to have something that could hold its own in war zones. Because everyone seems to be flying Vultures if a war zone comes up. It'd be nice just to have a little variety. Right. So as you can see in the alpha, in the beta, we have a lot of people. That's just to reload. A lot of people flying the big ships, just getting a taste. I don't know whether you consider this spoilers. Personally, for me, it's whetting my appetite for the big ships so that I've got something to aim for later on. But that's taking too long. So overall, you can definitely tell the Explorer's the better ship. But as a stepping stone to it, it's certainly, I think, better than the
Docking
Diamondback.
request granted.
There goes a Type 7, don't know where to. Oh, an NPC Type 7. Finally, in for a quick
Landing gear
dock.
deployed.
Ooh, another shot. And down. Yeah, overall, so a quick look at her.
Docking successful.
So you can see here,
Engines disengaged.
it does look as if they've cut the bottom half off. Still a medium pad though, you'll notice. No big fins, and I must admit the engine layout's different as well. But it still does have that two-story cockpit. Now, I thought it was only a one-story cockpit, but obviously. And closer together guns. That means actually you want to have good placings for turrets. But all in all, I think it's a good addition. But of course, if you've got the Asp Explorer already, I think you've already moved past it. But you could do the good old Pokemon thing and collect them all. I know there are certain commanders, myself included, who are in the process of doing that. Which brings us to the next ship. The Viper Mark IV. Looks good, looks sleek. Right. Oh, taking a bit of a while here. Ah. Now, a lot of people don't know what to make about this one. It's still got the same kind of cramped Viper cockpit. Have a quick look outside. Oh, almost through the roof there. So... oh! There we are. Slightly wider, I think. I must admit, I do like the spoilers. I've said this before. I've got a real soft spot for the ships with the spoilers. That's the Imperial Eagle, and this one. I must admit, she looks fatter and wider than the Mark III. I wonder how she performs. I think we'll just take her out as is. Too medium, too small. That's standard Viperish layout. There's the new extra stuff in there. Let's give it a decent power plant. A-rated thrusters, why not? Oh, what a decent shield generator. That'll do. I really want to conquer her. I think that, yeah, I'll do for the moment. Okay.
Shields online.
Oh. Oh, that sounds weird. That weird engine sound.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Sounds interesting, doesn't it?
Landing gear retracted.
So, I mean, everyone's flying Corvettes now. Ah, apart from that Asp Scout. Well, I must admit, the first impressions of the ship's actually quite good. I don't think it's as maneuverable as the Asp Scout. Oh, pretty. Seems to pitch quite tightly. Oh, what's going on here? Ooh, someone's decided to have a bit of a go at the Asp. Okay, let's see if we can catch him. Oh, he's clean. Nah, I'm gonna leave him alone. Just playing follow my leader. Oh look, you can see that the Asp Scout's engines is very different from the Asp Explorer. Oh, nice bit of manoeuvring there though. He probably thinks I'm going to open fire, but I'm not going to. Oh, he is wanted. You know what? I don't fancy taking on a Corvette in even a Mark IV Viper. But yeah. Oh, he's off anyway. Back to the station, I think. Well,
Frameshift charge detected.
this is just a personal preference. Wow. Oh, I love the sound of that boost. Okay, well, this is just a personal preference, but I actually quite like this Viper. I'm not really a fan of the Viper 3, but this one I don't know, it feels different. You can actually tell that there's a difference. It's not just a name tag with a few extra modules, but it's got slightly different feel to flying the ship. So fair play to Frontier for coming up with something that feels different even though it looks similar. Hang on. We might have a bit of a problem with my... Yeah, we definitely got a bit of a problem with my frame rate. I do apologise for this. For some reason, it's now dropped down to about 3 or 4. And I got no idea why. Mind you, I have been having internet problems recently. Could be just down to that. Oh, someone's getting shot at. Hope it's not a commander. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to come out of this session. Come back in a minute. Oh, easy. It's so difficult to land when the frame rate is so bad. I don't know whether or not it's my internet connection or whether or not it's a problem with the beta. I might use this as a sampler for the bug report. Right then. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just going to shut the machine down, restart it, restart the internet, and hopefully by the time all that's done, I'll have a decent frame rate again. So if you bear with us, I'll be right back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we have the next ship. This is the Keelback. And the more astute of you will notice it looks very similar to the Type 6. Now, personally, I'm not sure about this one. It does look a little bit more, well, less. It's got a bit more of a shape to it. It's less blocky, and as you can see, it's definitely a Type 6 variant. Now, what it's got are better weapons. Little bit better range, little bit more maneuverability, but it loses the cargo space. I mean, you could be kitted out quite well for a Cobra, for an Explorer. Here we go.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Nice and easy, does it? It seems to be quite a nice spin.
Landing gear retracted.
A decent roll there. Mind you, the Type 6 always does have a decent roll. It does feel surprisingly nippy. So there we are, 2 sets of weapons. Ooh. There's someone else in the cutter. Go a little bit close to see how he is. Oh, he's boosting away. No, it seems that we can be outmaneuvered by a clipper. It's not a good sign. Let's be polite. Bang! Ow! Okay, that's not polite. Oof! Shields almost wiped out in one go. Well, it feels okay. I mean, I suppose if you're upgrading, you need the so let's see, it'll probably be about 1.5 million this. But I think there might be better explorer ships. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Oh, let's dodge that Corvette. Someone just decided to attack each other here. That Clipper's going to make a run for it. It's all part of the fun, they're just all testing, I think. I think we'll head back and leave them to it. I don't fancy mixing it up between a Corvette and a Clipper. Although I think we'll all know that the Corvette might win. It's still there. Oh, too far away.
Docking request denied.
There we go.
Docking request granted.
While I'm testing this, I'm not using Astra. I think last week, when I was trying to record one of these top shifts, she put me into silent running, and almost cost me my Python at the time. It's actually quite... I'm actually a little bit surprised. It feels nippier than the Type 6, which is, I suppose, what you want. Nowhere near as nippy as the Cobra. But
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I think it's got a place. I think it's got value. But I think it's going to be time to try out the one that I really wanted to. God, this one looks massive. Here we go. Oh my word. What's it look like? That is massive. That's it just fitting in a large cargo bay. Now, technically, the size of this, if I get my scale right, this ship is as big as an aircraft carrier. In fact, probably 2 aircraft carriers put side by side. Because an Anaconda, you could land on top of a Nimitz class aircraft carrier, and this is supposed to be bigger than that. Right then. Now, I might as well point out that in this beta version that I'm testing now, there's a slight bug.
Ship released.
Now, this ship is
Engines
that
engaged.
big. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to get in the docking port with your landing gear down. However, due to a small bug, I think they've got a 1 and a 0 around the wrong way, you can't dock with your landing gear up. you can only dock with your landing gear down. It obviously needs to be looked at. So here we go. Ooh, that was tight. But no damage. Oh, I do like the sound of those engines. Electric car, but with power. That sounds more like a dive bomber than it does boosters, but it's still cool. Oh. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can turn a little bit tighter. Maybe not the best time to have actually done an external view. It's a bit black. Yeah. Look at those engines. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Especially that bottom one. That bottom one looks massive. Well, I will say this: the Corvette certainly is faster.
Docking request denied.
No, it's more manoeuvrable. It's definitely more manoeuvrable. But this thing's faster than both a Corvette and an Anaconda. It looks good flying in a straight line. Okay, here we go for a sphincter twitching moment.
Docking request granted.
Oh, I think we're going in too fast. Let's hope this thing can slow down a bit.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, it decelerates quite nicely, actually. Smooth deceleration, not a fast one. I haven't been this nervous about docking in since, I think, 1984. I'm through. Well, that was nice. So, overall, the two big ships I am really impressed with. The variants are, well, they're nice to see in there. They're nice to have. And I'm hoping that they will fill some gaps that are missing in the game at the moment.
Docking successful.
I still think there's a gap between the Python and the Type 7 that needs to be looked at. We'll see how things go. But yes, quite impressive, to be honest. Of course, there is one extra addition that I haven't covered yet. And there is the Imperial Fighter has been added to CQC. I'll just quickly show you this. I doubt if we'll be able to get a match, but we'll probably leave it after that. Now, it's supposed to be the equivalent of the Condor. I haven't had a chance to fly it yet. And the rumour is that these Condors and these Imperial fighters, I think they're called the Hunter, I'm not quite so sure, but these things are supposed to be included in the bigger ships like the Anaconda and the Corvette and the Cutter. They might have to change some of the text, but Well, thank you for joining me, and hopefully see you next time. Good night.